Welcome. This is going to be a video on how to install the Java Development Kit, the JDK, as well as Eclipse, the Integrated Development Environment. Now, the first thing that you want to do is open up a browser, and my browser of choice is Firefox. So let me throw that in the viewport here. And what you want to do is go into Google, and then type in JDK download, and JDK stands for Java Development Kit. And chances are you're going to get a link, the very first link right there that says Java SC Standard Edition. There are other editions, you don't want those, you want the Standard Edition. So click on that. And you'll go to the Oracle site, and they're trying to push the very latest and greatest version, version 14, Java Standard Edition 14. And if you want to use the latest and greatest version, go ahead. It'll be compatible with what you're doing in the textbook and what we're doing in the course. But the only issue I have with the latest and greatest is that the tools might not be ready for the latest and greatest. In other words, the Eclipse might not be ready for the latest and greatest, and then you're basically on your own at that point. So it takes time for the tools to adapt to the newest version of Java. So what I would do is just go back a version, Java 11. Java 11 is the standard version that they're distributing, and download Java 11, and even Java 11 is more than what we're going to use in the class. So I click the download. This is a Windows installer video, so that's what we're going to do, Windows x64. And so you're going to need a 64-bit computer, which isn't difficult because every computer in the last 10 years has been a 64-bit computer. So if you're still 32, you have a slower machine than I have, and you have an issue. So yeah, make sure you check I reviewed and accept the terms and agreements, and download. And then what they want you to do is log into their site. They want to know who's downloading this. You need to create an account. So just like in Facebook or Twitter or whatever, what have you have to create an account on those platforms. And once you create that account, what you're going to do is, I installed it. I've used this already. I've already installed this or created the account many years ago, and I'm going to log in. I'm going to click a sign in. Click sign in, and yeah, it is a slow. Oh, but then you're going to get this download. Let's save that. Save the file. And Oracle's actually pretty fast in terms of downloading. Yeah, it's pretty fast. And it's downloading onto my machine, and it's going to be done in a few seconds. Super, done. It's going to download in your standard downloads directory. All right. So what I'm going to do is click on that. And so I clicked on it, which means it's going to run. It's going to run that installer. Okay, and so I think this is pretty much done now. It's running in the background. It's running in the background. Yep, my hard drive is spinning away. And it'll ask you, are you sure you want to install it on your machine? I believe I said yes, so let's just make sure. Yep, there it is. It's installing. It's slower than what you're going to experience. Again, I have a very, very old machine. Next. Don't even think about changing anything. Next, 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 and just let it go through its installation process. Okay, and that should be, well, let's see, a little bit longer. See, on your machines at home, you'll probably be done already. But this is a machine that's 12 years old, and it's been with me through thick and thin, and I just can't bear to part with it. It's like my child. Okay, close it. It's installed. Now, I'm going to go into. You probably can't see this, but in Windows 10, there's a little command. There's a little text box where you can type in commands. I typed in CMD for command, CMD, command line. And a lot of people aren't used to command lines because they're of the generation point and click and they're happy. The old days we had command lines, and there might be it might be necessary for you to go to command line every now and then in the class. So let's just make sure that the command line is supported. And the way you do that is you type in javac -version. If I type that and you get an error like this, it's not recognized, it's because your operating system can't find the javac. Okay, so here's how you can fix that. Okay, let me minimize this. I'm going to minimize it right here. Okay, so I don't have to run it again. Every computer, I don't know if every computer has it, but on my computer there's an icon, this PC. I right-click Properties. Right-click the Properties. I go to Advanced System Settings, and then you get a little dialog box that says that looks like this. Click Environment Variables. In particular, what you want to do is go to the system variable path. And what happens is when you type in something on the command line, what the system does is it goes to the first directory, second directory, third directory in search of what you've typed in. And I don't see anything that looks like Java here. So what you're going to do is browse to where Java is located, and I can tell you where it's located because on this PC, C drive, everything gets installed in the program files directory. So program files, scroll for Java. Do I see Java? There's Java right there. Open that up. JDK 11, I'm happy here. Bin, that's where everything is located. Bin stands for binaries. The binaries are your executables. Let me click on that. OK. And what it did was it put the JD, there it is. It put it right there, right at the very top. Okay, that's the directory. I'm going to click OK, OK, OK. Click out of that, and let's see if I can locate that javac. Oh, I can't. I got to close this. I got to close it and restart it. CMD again. Javac, Java compiler -version, and I'm liking it. There it is. If you see that, you've been installed. Everything's been installed. Now the next step is to download the integrated development environment. It's inside that IDE where you type in your Java programs, and it makes the entire process of building Java programs a lot easier. So what I'm going to do is go to Eclipse, open up my browser, type in www.eclipse.org. Okay, and there's two ways to install Eclipse. Go to download. There's a download button up in the top right. The first way is probably the easiest and probably something that you probably want to do at home is download the 64-bit. Click that button, download, and what you're downloading is a executable installer. Okay, it's fairly hefty, but the idea is on personal computers, install it. It should just work. I'm going to show you the more traditional way of doing it. The traditional way of doing it was to download packages, because there might be, on some machines, you might need to do this. So download the packages. That's the second version. Download the package. And the thing that you want is Eclipse IDE for Java developers. It's usually not the first one. It's usually the second one. Download Windows 64. Download. And it's really slow. I'll tell you right now, it's slow. Anything that happens from Eclipse is much, much slower than Oracle. So what I did to speed things up was I got that. That's the file I just downloaded prior to this video, in preparation for this video. What you download is a zip file. And a zip file is nothing more than a collection of files that there's thousands of files in that zip file. the first thing to install it is, I think we're done with this. Let's close this out. The first thing that you want to do is right-click, extract all, just accept that directory, and click extract. And what happens is, this is also a very slow process. You're going to get a directory that looks like this. Pretend I did that extraction. There's your directory, and what you're going to see is this Eclipse subdirectory. And what you need to do next is take this Eclipse. But I guess the best way to do that is right-click on this Eclipse, copy, and then paste it into the program files directory. Paste it. New, paste. Continue. And it's going to take a little bit of time to copy, so I'm going to stop the video here because you don't want to just watch this bar go. So let me stop this. Hey, welcome back. Let's see. Eclipse. We got an Eclipse directory in the program files. Perfect. The last thing that you want to do is go into the Eclipse directory and create a shortcut on your desktop. So what I did is I drilled down to Eclipse. There's an eclipse.exe, and where is it? Send to create a shortcut. And there's the shortcut it created. There it is. We're done installing. It wasn't that bad, was it? And if I click on that, if you see that beautiful little dialog picture, perfect. Everything's fine. You know if something went bad because you wouldn't see that picture. So in the next video, what I'm going to do is show you how to use the IDE to create Java programs. We'll see you in the next video.